Well, honestly, I couldn't have imagined that King Arthur was going to be as strong as he is, but when I woke up this morning, to my surprise, King Arthur is basically two commanders smashed into one. He's a combo commander or he's a skill damage commander, and I think he's absolutely going to smash. So let's talk about the skills, because this changes everything. Here we go. Active skill, AoE 1000 rage requirement. If this commander is serving as the primary commander, their troop gains the Sword in the Lake effect, launching 2 combo attacks against up to 3 enemy troops in a fan. Now, the first time I read it, was a little confusing because I thought a combo attack was like an extra basic attack. And how do you basic attack a thing that with like an AoE template? We have to keep reading, okay? So 1400 factor. Every additional target reduces the damage to each target by 15%. So it's like AoE skill damage. But what is a combo attack anyways? The developers in a recent update mail said that they were changing what the game text said. And now here's what it says. Combo attack damage is affected by bonuses to normal damage. Wait, so a combo attack is smite damage. But they don't call it smite damage. They call it combo damage. Anyways, combo attack is affected by bonuses to normal damage. Combo attacks can trigger any effect triggered by basic attacks. So whenever this commander's troop launches or is hit by a basic attack, effects. Okay. They do not trigger counterattacks. Right. You're looking at 2800 damage factor to 3 targets in a fan-shaped AoE. And by the way, that comes with 6 different ways to trigger things that would trigger from like a basic attack. That is insane. That is insane. And by the way, if this commander is serving as the secondary commander, their troop gains the Sword in the Stone effect, dealing damage to up to 3 enemy troops in a fan-shaped area. That's 2800 damage factor. Every additional target reduces the damage to each target. So 2800 AoE, 3 targets with skill damage. Right? Like, even if you're like, okay, this combo stuff confuses me, I'm not interested, or you think that we're going to need multiple combo commanders to be able to really appreciate this, that's insane. All right? Here we go. Up next, this commander's cavalry units gains 20% march speed. If this commander's troop is attacking a field troop, their units also gain 30% attack and 20% health. So, my thoughts here. A field troop means that this isn't going to work for rally garrison, and that's a lot of stats. 20% march speed, 30% attack, 20% health. I mean, it's just powerful, right? Scabbard of Avalon. If this commander is serving as the primary commander, their troop gains the Scabbard of the Lake effect, granting a 10% bonus to combo damage. But if they're the secondary commander, their troop gains the Scabbard of the Stone effect, granting 10% bonus to skill damage. And if they're attacking a field troop, you multiply the bonus by 3. Okay, so if he's the primary, 30% more combo damage. If he's the secondary, 30% more skill damage. Only when you're attacking a field troop, though. That is interesting. So these do something for you if you're not attacking a field troop, but not much, right? Like, he's clearly designed for field, not even swarming garrisons, right? Merlin's magic. If this commander's troop is attacking a field troop, holy cow. Like, do not swarm a garrison with this guy at all, huh? Whenever it launches a combo attack or deals direct damage, it has a 30% chance to reduce the target's rage by 100 every second for 2 seconds. Okay. How does this work? Does that apply to the primary target? Or like when I AoE combo attack 3 targets, is that like a 30% chance to you, and you, because I hit 3 things, but then it goes on cooldown? And can it only trigger on one of those 3 things before it goes on cooldown, or could it trigger on multiple? I assume only one. Whenever it uses an active skill, it gains 30% march speed for 3 seconds. Okay. I mean, rage reduction is extremely powerful. The way that rage reduction works is you can gain an upwards of 220 rage in a single turn. Anything above that, the game throws away. Okay, then it applies rage reductions. So rage reductions are a big deal. Mab Darogan, I don't know if I pronounced that correctly. If this commander is serving as the primary commander, their troop gains the Light of the Lake effect. So it's interesting they like have all these buffs that they're getting. I wonder what the relevance of that is. Whenever this troop launches a basic attack, it has a 50% chance to launch one extra combo attack, damage factor of 300. But this effect can trigger multiple times per second. And each time it triggers in a single second, its chance to trigger is reduced by 50% of the previous trigger chance. So you're looking at basically like that crazy multi-hit combo thing on Lohar's trial, right? So I think the way this works is you have a 50% chance to do an extra combo attack of 300 damage factor, but then it can trigger multiple times per second. So its chance to trigger is reduced by 50% of the previous. So then you'd have a 25% chance to do another 300 factor. And if that triggered, you'd have a 12.5% chance to do another 300 factor. I mean, there's going to be moments where you just explode somebody, right? Okay. If this commander is serving as the secondary commander, their troop gains the Light of the Stone effect. Whenever their troop deals direct damage, it has a 25% chance to deal additional damage every second for 1 second to all targets of the direct damage. Damage factor equals 50% of the direct damage. Whoa. So wait. Okay. He's the secondary commander. I do 2,800 damage factor. I hit 3 things because I'm doing my job, right? Whenever I deal that direct damage, I have a 25% chance to deal additional damage every second to 1 second to all targets. So I guess I hit 3 targets. There's a 20, no matter how many I hit, there's a 25% chance that every one of those targets takes an extra 1,400 damage factor. Pfft, okay. Wow. Yo, this commander's insane. This is like unironically the new best open field commander in the game. Am I wrong? Am I wrong? Because I don't think I am. So if we run through this really quickly, just to talk about like, what does it look like if you're a combo player? What does it look like if you're a skill damage player? I will say this before I do that. I mean, pairing with Huo is just going to be insane. It's going to be absolutely insane. Like that to me feels like Huo primary, you use Arthur secondary and absolutely decimate. But we're going to talk about pairings in a minute. But if you're using him as a combo, you get 2 combo attacks on the active skill, 3 enemy troops, 1,400 damage factor in each combo attack, which is the same as 2,800 damage factor. They're just splitting it into these multiple combo attacks, and your combo attacks are boosted by normal damage. I would assume that means a combo attack is also mitigated by things that mitigate normal damage. All right. We're talking about 20% march speed, 30% attack, 20% health. You get 30% more combo attack damage when you're hitting things in the field. You get, when you're hitting a field troop, launching a combo attack or dealing direct damage has a 30% chance to reduce the target's rage. And I mean, whenever you launch a combo attack, so do you have 3 chances to trigger this on the active skill? I do. Okay. And then over here, you get the combo attack goodness of like just absolutely popping off with this 300 damage factor and their reduced chance to trigger every single time, which seems really good. If you use this commander as a pure skill damage commander, which I think a lot of people keep it simple, Huo, Arthur, easy choices. Okay. What does that look like? 2,800 damage factor hitting 3 targets, the 20% march speed, 30% attack, 20% health. If you're fighting field troops, you get all of that goodness. 30% bonus to skill damage if you're fielding. Then, if you're attacking a field troop, every time you deal direct damage, you have a 30% chance to reduce their rage, which is still pretty good, right? You also have a chance, actually not a chance, but whenever you use an active skill, you get 30% march speed for 3 seconds. Dude, that actually is, by the way, better than I originally thought because that's the active skill of the primary. Whenever it uses an active skill, it gains. I don't know if you would get this for the secondary using an active skill. TBD. And then the expertise would give you a chance over here to deal direct damage 25% to just get extra damage. Right? 50% of the damage factor. Just all the targets you're hitting. I mean, I mean, that seems really good. The only way this could kind of suck. Oh, it doesn't have an internal cooldown. Wait, the top effect over here of combo-y goodness has an internal. It's got a cooldown of 10 seconds. There's no cooldown over here on this. If this commander is serving as the secondary commander, their troop gains Light of the Stone, which is a buff you have forever, I guess. And whenever their troop deals direct damage, 25% chance to deal additional damage. Like every time you do skill damage, there's a chance you just get 50% of that damage factor. Wow. Yeah, I mean, this commander is really powerful. And like, obviously, there's big combo synergy. So let's get a look at the combo talents specifically and see how that impacts how the heck we'd run pairs. So here's the new combo talent tree, all right? We'll look at these based on the order they have here. So number 1 is on this map over here. And there's a few talents we don't know what they do. I think this is maybe reducing skill damage taken, but there's a couple icons here that like, we don't really know what they mean yet. It could be boosted combo attack damage, but that's what I would guess. The double slashy up above the 3, but whatever. First up, whenever this commander's troop launches any type of basic attack, it has a 10% chance to reduce the target's health by 1.5% for 3 seconds. Now, that's not very long. So you can stack it, but like 10% chance, 1.5%, 3 seconds. I guess whenever it launches any type of basic attack, so that would mean that combo attacks are giving you multiple chances per second to trigger it. And it can stack up to 5 times, but multiple troops can stack this effect against the same target. Now, I don't know if that means that I can stack this and you can stack it, and we get a grand total of 7.5% together, or if I can reduce them by 7.5% and you can reduce them by 7.5%. I don't know what that means. I don't know how that works. We'll have to test it. Okay, up next, no quarter, number 2. This is a rage-looking icon, so yes, it gives rage. Whenever this commander's troop launches any type of combo attack, it gains 15 rage. So that seems insane to me, particularly with, as I mentioned earlier, you generate a maximum of 220 rage in a single turn. The way that this works today, you can overrage pretty easily with skills like Rejuvenate. I guess talents like Rejuvenate, right? So what I like about this is it might really even out your rage gain, which is just absolutely busted. Like when we get more commanders that do combo, that could be busted. Plus, don't combo attacks help you generate more rage anyways? I mean, the way they worked on Liu Che, it was an extra basic attack. An extra basic attack meant that you were getting rage for that. So if that still is true, then that would be, you just generate insane amounts of rage. Okay. Force of Nature. Whenever, this number 3, right next to the number 2 on that little map, whenever this commander's troop launches any type of basic attack, it has a 10% chance to gain a 3% bonus to damage dealt for 3 seconds. Cooldown of 5. Okay. I mean, this will trigger pretty frequently. Like just the active skill on Arthur theoretically has 6 chances to trigger this, right? Because you deal 3 basic attacks to enemies in front of you and then 3 more basic attacks to enemies in front of you. Oh, by the way, plus you were attacking something in the first place, so you have 1 basic attack you were just doing because you do basic attacks every turn anyways. But, this isn't insane. It's not stacking. It's not doing anything nuts, right? And then Iron and Steel. So this is the big one. This is like, for the sake of what, right? When you go into this talent tree, this should be the big thing that you're hunting for. Whenever this commander's troop launches a combo attack or ranged combo attack? Okay. So a combo attack or a ranged combo attack, it has a 10% chance to launch an extra combo attack / range combo attack? Oh, damage factor 250. All right. Let's talk about the skill damage pairings, okay? And there's a lot to be excited about for that. I mean, Huo seems like a very obvious choice. Lower rage requirement, elevates the skill damage, just absolutely crank with that 2800 damage factor hitting 3 targets. Seems good, right? It just seems good. You could also pair with Nevsky because you're going to be getting a bonus to skill damage over here and you're hitting lots of targets. Nevsky with Arthur could be outstanding, right? Like it's new Nevsky gem. And that will be very good. You could also pair with Joan, and you could use Joan as the primary. I don't think that's likely to be the best way to run it, but Joan is doing a bunch of skill damage, and she is going to enhance your normal damage, which I'm going to talk about in a minute, because that's actually kind of nutty. But there's like obviously some skill damage synergy here, but because she's got the support tree, you're not really getting a ton of skill damage synergy in the same way that you could with obviously the skill tree, right? And those cavalry choices seem pretty good. I don't think we even need to talk about William per se. You really can't use him as the primary. He sucks. Trust me on that one. He definitely sucks as the primary, but he just doesn't have a way to generate rage. It just doesn't work, right? The only reason Liu Che gets away with it is because his basic attack, combo attack thing was giving him extra rage, right? So I think William is likely to hit the bench at this point, but if we talk now, about using him as the primary, Arthur as the primary, you've got some really interesting pairings at that point, okay? We're talking about wanting normal damage. So if you use Arthur as the primary, well, now that Joan pairing as the secondary gets kind of interesting, doesn't it? So boosting your damage generally seems good. That's going to line up with the combo damage. You deal 5% more normal damage over here, which is boosting your combo damage. You get this skill over here. Whenever you use an active skill, gains a 30% boost to normal damage. I don't know how that's going to line up, though, with when you're doing all the different combo effects. Maybe that timing is not as good. Maybe that's not as exciting. And then chance to use your active all over again. And then deal 5% more damage to troops with more than 30% remaining. I guess this little normal attack damage boost enhancement over here is not as crazy, because you really would want this to trigger before you start doing your combos on the active skill. I don't think that's going to work out that way. All right, well, if that doesn't work, what other crazy things could you do if you use the Arthur as the primary? And like, okay, so what about well, actually, wait. We go back here. This effect. Wait. Whenever their troop uses an active skill. Okay. That's not triggered by a basic attack. But you know who has stuff triggered by basic attacks? All right, is this guy over here, right? Whenever their troop launches a basic attack, it's a 10% chance to deal direct damage factor to 3 nearby enemy troops. That's 800 factor. And a rage reduction of 100. So what if you used Philip as the secondary? I know that sounds a little weird, but I mean, you boost your damage in a way that doesn't exactly take advantage of, I don't know. Maybe this is a reach, right? Maybe this is a reach. We got to look at all these different possibilities though, because like, here's Attila. Was talking about this with Chadsky earlier today. And like, okay, well, Attila's secondary is kind of a problem though. That's the issue. You love the expertise, immune to silence, 20% more normal damage. So that's straight value for your combo attack synergy, right? You love the bonus damage. You love taking less skill damage, marching faster, getting attack boosts, like seems good. Dealing less skill damage doesn't bother you, right? Like you like this skill enhancing your normal attack, but probably not going to overlap with your combo stuff for the most part anyways. So like, I think, I don't think so. Maybe it'll work, but I don't think that's where it's at, right? I don't know, man. What about Nevsky? Do you have anything triggered from basic attacks? I mean, what we're really trying to do here is find who has the most insane thing that triggers from doing a basic attack. Obviously, if you're in a KVK where you can switch the, troop type on a commander, you could switch Liu Che, right? Like Liu Che secondary to Arthur primary is disgusting. Oh my God, that would be so disgusting. That would be absolutely insane. Because whenever you launch a basic attack, you have a 25% chance to deal extra smite damage. So you have a chance to trigger these things, right? right? Whenever it deals smite damage, yeah, they deal less damage. And here's a combo attack too. Whenever you launch a basic attack, you have a 25% chance to launch a combo. Seems pretty good. Wait, gain 1 basic worth of rage. Wait, when did that change? That I feel like this language changed recently, and I hadn't noticed until now. That's why I was so confused about what a combo attack is. Extra combo attacks triggered by basic attacks due to the effects of certain skills. Combo attack damage is increased only by bonuses to normal damage. Yeah, okay, and will not trigger counterattacks. Okay, I'm caught up. Wow, dude, that's crazy. I mean, if we I'm just glancing through here to like see. Obviously, in a KVK with artifacts, you just do some really busted stuff, right? Like, bro, Ragnar. Bro, Ragnar primary with Arthur secondary 2800 skill damage. Bro, insane. That would be so busted. Oh my God. That would be so busted. Wow. Yeah, there's going to be a lot of synergies here that we're just going to have to unpack and figure out. Even like Archer stuff, we're going to have to like get a look around and figure out where there's some like really crazy synergies. And like, you know, for KVKs where you can switch the troop type around, obviously. But I think the main takeaway here is most people that run 2 cavalry probably keep running Nevsky Joan and then just run Huo with Arthur. And you call it a day. And I think that the benefits you're getting from just the pure damage of Arthur is going to exceed the damage plus value that you get from William, who hits the bench. And that's like the simple conclusion from all of this, right? Now, what is kind of interesting is what you could do with the formations, because your combo attacks are boosted by normal damage. So like I've got this really weird set that I haven't really transmuted much at all to get. I just got this while working on my infantry arch. And there's some really wacky stuff here. Like whenever this troop launches any type of basic attack, it has a 10% chance to gain 5% bonus damage dealt for 3 seconds. Bellicose is insane. Combo effects can trigger any effect triggered by a basic. So like the way this works is Arthur uses his active skill. You hit 3 things with a combo attack, right? And you do that all over again. I think all in the same second. So that would be 6 opportunities to trigger this. Okay. Sure, why not? Why not? Onslaught, cool. More normal damage, which boosts combo damage. Boost to normal over here. Whenever you launch a basic attack, oh, here it is. 10% chance to reduce all incoming damage by 5%, but you deal 10% less skill damage. Oh my God. Chadsky's going to make me be the guy to pair with Attila. Oh no. Arthur Attila incoming. It's 2025 and I'm going to use Attila. Guarded, spiked. Now this one doesn't make any sense for me. Artisan deals 3% more skill damage of all types. I don't think that one's going to work. Enduring, whatever. But like, generally speaking, we'll look from the codex here. There is, wait. How does destructive work here? Wait, whenever their troop launches a basic attack, it has a chance to spend 100 rage to increase the damage of the attack by 70%. Wait, how does this work? Wait. How would this work with the active skill? Wait. The damage of that attack. Wait. No. We got to test this. If Arthur, no. Can you boost the active skill of Arthur by 70% with this? Actually asking. Or would it only be that one instance of damage? Maybe it's just the one instance of damage. It doesn't count at all. I don't know. Whatever. I can't figure it out, man. All right, so if we actually get a look at the Delta formation, though, this is the one designed for this commander. How insane is this? Thrasher. 3.5% boost to combo attack damage dealt. Great. Whenever their troop launches a combo attack, it gains a 1.5% bonus to combo attack damage dealt for 10 seconds. Stacks up to 5 times. So when you use the active skill, do you just instantly stack this to the max amount? I think you do, right? You would get basically instantly your 7.5% damage. Seems good. Pummeler is not really a small version of that. I mean, I don't know, maybe it is. Whenever you launch a combo attack, 80% chance to gain a 10% boost to combo attack damage for 2 seconds. No, it's not quite the same thing. The stacking is kind of a big deal with Thrasher. Okay, and then over here, Butterfly Effect. This is insane. I told you guys, the moment I saw this, I was like, well, this is going to absolutely rip the game in half. So combo attacks launched by their troop are 20% more likely to trigger effects triggered by launching a basic attack. Bro. So not only can combo attacks trigger the things that trigger from basic attacks, but you're 20% more likely to trigger effects triggered by launching those basic attacks. That seems really good. The amount of interactions here is absolutely insane. It's honestly difficult to keep up with, especially before I've had caffeine this morning. This is insane. Causative, a small version of that effect, seems actually very, very good. Steel Skin, this is taking less damage. So it's basically the same as the one you get on the scroll, but damage reduction, right, is the effect on this one. 7.5% less damage taken. So if I use the active skill on Arthur, do I instantly get, if I hit 3 targets, 7.5% more damage dealt and 7.5% less damage taken? That's very powerful, right? Determined. Oh, that's just a little bit of damage resistance. Okay. Flurry. 8% boost to combo attack damage dealt. 3.5% boost to combo attack damage dealt. Yeah. So I think with Arthur showing up, and there only being really one commander you can count on to do combo stuff, right? That what we're really talking about over here is the scroll being very powerful. And actually, honestly, all of this is very powerful. I would say normally this slot, the emblem, is one of the strongest ones, but in this instance, I don't think it is actually. It can come later, right? So all that to say, Arthur looks really good. And I'm hyped to figure out the best ways to use him. Definitely let me know your thoughts down below in the comments with the best Arthur primary combos. Unironically, if you did go Arthur primary, like, is it actually Attila? I don't want to use Attila anymore, man. I'm ready to put him on the bench and be done with him. But here we are. Getting value with Attila in 2025, perhaps. If you enjoyed the vid, throw a like on here, subscribe to the channel. I can't believe that this is where we are, but there's lots of exciting stuff coming up in this update, including 2 commander swaps. These updates and releases for Rise of Kingdoms have been absolute bangers recently. Check the cards in the end screen. If you haven't seen this information yet, you're going to want to go check this out.